Do you mind not opening the curtains, please? I'm sorry. Did I startle you? That wasn't my intention, I promise. But you can switch on the lights if you want. It's quite dark in here. How do I know you speak English? Well, first, the way you're dressed. It is not quite common here, even amongst nobility. From your fashion sense, I would say maybe Northern Europe. Then, the label on your luggage. I can see your family name. Harker. Not a Romanian name. Not at all. And then I heard you in the corridor talking to the ticket inspector. Or should I say, trying to talk to him. Nice try, by the way. But you still have to work on your Romanian, I'm afraid. And by your accent, I am sure that you do come from England. Am I right? See, that was quite easy to find out. Where do you come from in England? Oh, London. I've never been there. Never crossed the channel, actually. Always stayed on the continent. A shame, really. I've always wanted to travel the world. But I do suffer from seasickness, I'm afraid. So England and its neighboring countries are a no-go for me. So are the Americas. Have you ever been there? Oh. Is it your first time in Romania? I see. And what brings an English citizen to these parts of Europe? An invitation? So you're visiting friends, maybe family? Oh, really? A client? For what business, may I ask? Real estate? Huh. Interesting. Oh, but where are my manners? I'm sorry, I've asked you so many questions without even introducing myself. My name is Alexandra Dracula. A pleasure to meet you. My family name? Dracula. Have you heard of it? How long have you been staying in Romania? Only a few days, I see. Well, Dracula is quite a well-known family name, especially here in Transylvania. It is indeed a very important family for the country. I am a descendant of a very powerful but also violent and horrible count. Oh yes, there's only one Dracula family here. One and only. Why do you ask? Really? I see. And do you mind if I take a look at the invitation you received from him? Oh yes. That is his handwriting for sure. I could recognize it amongst millions. Well, how fun, isn't it? We meeting here in this train, you being invited by my brother, Vlad. Do you believe in coincidences? I am Romanian, so no. I do believe everything happens for a reason, and that everything is pretty much written ahead. That we have no free will. At least, humans don't. Oh yes, he did invite me too, actually. I do not live in Romania anymore. Haven't been here for centuries. Oh, so it seems like it. A very long time. I live in France. Paris, actually. This is probably why I do have a slight French accent. I've been living there for a very long time as well. Am I happy to see him again? I wouldn't go that far. No, actually I'm not really happy to, but family matters. Sometimes business is more important than one's feeling. You probably know that, right? I wouldn't say that I left Romania because of my brother. He did play a role in me leaving, that's for sure. But, you know, living in the Romanian countryside, far away from civilization and from any modern society is quite boring at some point. And I wanted to travel the world. I wanted to see something new, something else. So I just left. But my brother wasn't left all alone. He actually lives with his 3 wives in his castle. Oh yes, he does has 3 wives. Charming creatures, though a little bit too submissive, in my opinion. Oh, no, polygamy isn't allowed in Romania. But my brother is quite the eccentric type. You'll see when you meet him. By the way, you being here, you selling real estate in England, Does this mean that my brother intends to leave this place? He wants to buy a house in London. It doesn't really make me happy, no, indeed. You see, my brother is not only eccentric, he's also, how should I put it, dangerous. Him living in Romania is not the best of news. Why did I stop you from opening the curtain earlier? Well, you see, I do suffer from a very rare condition. I am allergic to sunlight. It's almost nighttime, but some rays of sunshine are still coming through the clouds, and I wouldn't want my skin to burn. No, of course, it doesn't literally burn. But it becomes really red, it itches, and it hurts quite a lot. This is indeed not convenient at all. I can barely live in the daylight. This is why I prefer the shadows and night time. Oh yes, this is why I chose to live in Paris. Capital city, there's always something to do, even during the night. Yes, sunlight also does tire me a lot. This is why I'm in this state. I'm really tired, exhausted, really. I would love to have a meal with you, though I do not eat what regular people do. No, I am not a vegetarian. My diet consists of something else, but let's keep it a mystery for now, shall we? Do you mind telling me more about this business you have with my brother? You see, I do not have the best memories with him, and knowing that he will probably be just a pond away from me does bother me a bit. I see. And do you think you could just maybe leave this train at the next stop, the next station, and go back to England to never see my brother, to never correspond with him ever again? I see. It's a big contract. I do understand. You want to earn a good living. This is a shame, really. No, I think it is best for me as well as Londoners for my brother to stay here in Romania in his old decrepit castle. I do not think I can or ever will be able to reconcile with him. No, he wants this too, I think. Then why am I going to see him? As I said, family matters trump relationships. I am a Dracula. If the head of a family calls for me, I should answer, no matter how I feel about him. It is indeed quite difficult to grasp, I understand that. But you see, I think it is a really, really bad idea for you to keep on your journey. You should really go back to where you come from. He seems charming in his letters. Yes, that he does. But believe me, he's far from being charming in real life. You are going to enter very dangerous territories if you keep on going. I am being friendly here with you. I want what's best for you and for England. I see. I mean, I do understand that you want to keep going with this. But, unfortunately, I cannot let you do that. How will I stop you? See, I told you that I do not eat regular meals. Yes? That's because I do not eat. I drink. And what I drink is blood. You think it's a joke? Well, you will see it for yourself. Just do not move. Do not panic. I found that a scared prey makes the blood taste bad. Just relax.